Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Michael and today I'm going to share with you a recipe on how to make a cherry pie filling. This is great on cheesecakes. You can use it to bake with. If you want to get your crust ready to go and put this right into that crust, this will make a great addition to that. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that today. So now let's get started with our ingredients. I've got 4 cups of cherries here, and I've taken those and I've pitted them. I've got my little tool here. If you've never used one of these tools before, I'll put the link in the description box below. I've got a video where you can go see how that works, and I'll also put the link on there where you can get that if you're interested in getting one if you don't have one. You can also use a metal straw. You can use one of those to push out the cherry pits out of the middle, or you can just cut them open and remove the pit that way. But this makes this job a lot easier if you've got one of these. So I've got 4 cups of these. I've got these washed and these are ready to go. And I've got me a Dutch oven here, and I'm going to go ahead and turn this on, and I'm going to bring this up to a high temperature, and I'm going to go ahead and add my cherries in now. All right, now that we've got our cherries in, I've got a half a cup of water here, and I'm going to be making a slurry here with some cornstarch, and I'm going to put that into this bigger bowl, and I've got 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, and I'm going to put that together, and I'm going to give that a mix through just to make that slurry a little bit easier for this to incorporate into it. So I've got a spatula here, and I'm just going to kind of give this a stir around until we get this mixed together. All right, we've got our slurry mixed together now. Let's just go ahead and add that into our cherries. I've got 1/2 cup of sugar, and we'll add that in right there. I've got 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and I did squeeze out some lemons for that, and we'll add that in. And I've got 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, and we'll add that in. I've got another spatula here, and we're just going to take that and we're going to just give that a good stir around until that gets all mixed together. We're going to keep stirring this on occasion until we get this up to a simmer, or right where it's getting ready to start a rolling boil. All right, my mixture now has come up to a boil. We want to make sure we keep stirring this. You don't want to go off and leave this. You don't want it sticking in the bottom or that sugar burning on the bottom on you there. So now I've got this turned down to a medium low. We're going to cook this for about 10 minutes until this gets thickened up, and it'll cook down just a little bit. And I'll come back and show you what it looks like in just a minute. I am back, and I've got my cherry pie filling made. I've got the heat turned off of this, and I wanted to show you what this looks like. This looks really nice. You can see how that thickened up really nicely. So once, like I say, once it comes up to a simmer, almost to a boil, turn it down on low and just cook it for about 10 minutes. And it'll cook down just a little bit, and it'll thicken up also on that. So at this point, I want to add in a little bit of lemon zest, and I've got an organic lemon here and a zester. And with this, you just want to get the outside of the peel off of that. You don't want to get down into the white part of it. And we'll just add that in. This is optional. I just think it brings out a little bit of those extra notes of that cherries and that. So definitely, if you've got a lemon, go ahead and zest it. And you've got the lemon juice from when you put that in there earlier. So make sure you zest the lemon first before you squeeze it. And that way you'll get the lemon zest off of it. So we've got that done there. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. And I've also got 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm going to go ahead and add that in right there. And just give that a little mix through. All right, now that I've got that mixed, I'm going to go ahead and remove this and put this over to the side. And I've got a bowl here, and I want this to stop cooking, and I want it to cool down. So I'm going to remove it out of this pan and put it into this extra bowl that I've got here. All right, now that I've got it out of that pot, that stops the cooking, and put it into another pan that I've got here. Before you want to use this, if you're putting it into a pie or putting it on a cheesecake or any other kind of topping that you want to use it for, you can put it on ice cream. You definitely want this to cool down. So by taking it out of the pot, because the pot's going to retain a lot of heat, just let this cool in this thing for 15 to 30 minutes. You can also make this a day or 2 ahead of time if you want to, if you're going to be making the pie. Just if you're making a homemade pie crust, or if you buy one from the store, do not put this in there hot, because there'll be a lot of butter in the ones that you make at home, and that would just melt your pie crust, and you definitely don't want that to happen. So if you make this and get ready to make your pie, just let this cool down to room temperature before you use it, and you've got a great cherry pie filling. So if you've got access to some cherries, don't go out and buy the little cans of the cherry pie filling anymore. You can make it at home. It is really easy to make, and it doesn't take a lot of ingredients to make it. I hope you like this content, and if you do, maybe you might consider giving me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And check out one of the other 2 videos over here on the side. You might find something else you like. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Try this recipe for this cherry pie filling. I know you're going to love it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye now.